and know exactly what to do, when not to do, in any shorter fashion. And it's not for a lack of trying, because I've tried. For decades, I've tried to make this shorter and sweeter. And I just don't know how to do it. And it might be a limitation on me as a teacher. I'd like to subscribe to that view, and I think that's what it is. But what if it's not? Can you fault me? Because I'm trying. I'm trying my best. And for some of you, my best isn't going to be good enough. And that's okay. It used to hurt my feelings because I wore my heart on my sleeve, and I wanted everybody to warm up to the things I was teaching and find easy success with it. And when I had people in my mentorship leave, I took it to heart. It's like, yeah, why would they want to leave? Like, I'm literally calling the market beforehand every single day, and it's unfolding like this. And I discovered over time, listening to people explain their hardships and what they wrestled with, they wanted to trade with it. Not just, okay, yeah, you said it was going to happen, but I want you to put me in the trade. I want you to carry me through the trade, thinking that that's going to somehow make it easier for them, when the only thing that would have done was created codependence. And some of you now have codependence because you're upset about me saying that I'm leaving social media in 3 weeks. Like the end of the world's coming because I'm leaving that. When you have the greatest learning opportunity ahead of you, you shouldn't be afraid of that. It's exciting. But I know what it was like, feeling like, I reached the end. There's nobody else that's going to help me. What happens if I never get it? What happens if I never get it? If I never get past where I'm at right now, when I finally threw in the towel and said, I'm not buying nobody else's books. I'm not buying anybody else's courses for the sake of learning. I still bought things because I wanted to see the things that I was teaching people one-on-one. I wanted to see those things start coming into the industry. Things that I talked about on Baby Tips found their way on forexmentor.com. And I had a heated exchange with Vince Noble in email. And I talked about it with Chris Laurie, and I told him, I said, you're the only person that had any value over there on that website. But for a number of years, I bought everything over there. And honestly, and I'm sure they're going to come and create side puppet accounts and come and troll me and whatnot, but everything on that fucking website, forexmentor.com, it's a bunch of bullshit. Bullshit. It's all bullshit. The only thing that was redeeming with what Chris Laurie was talking about was he mentioned price action without indicators. But I don't trade with Chris Laurie's shit. And his own students that came to me and are still with him, they co-sign on that. I still think that if you don't like what I'm teaching and you want to have something that I believe is away from indicators, and I don't know if he's still doing what he did before, but I did watch him change. I did watch him delete years of content and focus on what his new website and mentorship stuff was, or what he calls it, what is it? Pro something. I don't know. It escapes me now. Pro Traders Club. He wiped away years of what he used to teach, how he used to teach it, and only has the last few years gone back. Which it's his stuff. He can run his house the way he wants to run it, but the way he used to teach was support resistance, and I just. How I feel about that. It's bullshit. It's what it is. But as a foundation, if you've never learned how to trade and you want to learn how to just start looking at price, that's a really good starting point. The idea of supply and demand, which is not what I teach, and I think it's ultimately bullshit, that's a good beginning point, because I think the best students that I have, and I've gone back and forth with this throughout the years, but I can tell you now, I'm convinced that my better students are the ones that try everything outside of me first. See that it's all bullshit. And then when you come and you sit with me and I talk about what the market's going to do in advance, and then you watch me call it, trade it, use real fucking money, make more money than these people make in a year, everything else is absurdly stupid and nonsensical. It's dumb to subscribe to anything else. And that's what makes me polarizing. That's what makes people hate me. That's what makes people that sell courses and other shit that might follow me, might like me because I'm sharing with the community, but they don't like this part about me. And I get it. But wouldn't you want to know my opinion? Like if you asked me, if I was on these interviews everybody wants me to be on, and they asked me what my opinion, I'm not going to bite my tongue. I'm going to say what I've always said. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. You believe in something that is not having any basis for what causes markets to go up and down. But for someone that's brand new in trading, they don't know how to read price, they don't know, they're intimidated. I saw enough from Chris's work that I had told many times, listen, go check this stuff out. He never gave me kickbacks for that. I didn't ask for that. I was giving you a personal opinion. But I also was inviting people to go really look at that stuff and you tell me if that's what I'm teaching you, because it's not. But as a beginning basis, foundation, sure. I think it would help you. Is it the be-all end-all? Absolutely not. Is it the pinnacle of understanding what price action? Nope. Is he going to teach you what the algorithm's going to do, when he's going to do it? Nope. Is he going to teach you patterns that you can study and build a model on? Sure, I think he can. Supply and demand gives you a conceptual idea of the premise of support and resistance without... With support and resistance, it's a vague theory that is going to be, if we have 100 people in a room, okay? That's okay. Here's a chart of corn. I'm not going to tell you the time frame. It's irrelevant. And you're thinking, well, I wouldn't even trade corn. Okay, well, it's not the discussion. If I show you price fluctuations in the corn market and I don't tell you what the time frame is, and I say, okay, show me right now where the trend line support resistance is. Diagonal and horizontal. And then we collectively took all of the feedback that everybody that would be willing to sit down and do that, all 100 people, you're not going to see everybody agree with the same levels. You might see a collection of certain levels being highlighted, but just because of that makes it of no value. It doesn't mean that the market's going to do that. It just means that this is what these people have been conditioned. They've been taught, they've been trained, they've been primed, because that's exactly what this is. It's priming. If we were in, I've been so tempted to do this, but I just thought that it would feel kind of weird. But I am a man that, as a younger man, as a child actually, I was always fascinated with magic. Sleight of hand, prestidigitation they call it, okay, where you can hold something in your hand, move a little bit, and it looks as if it's vanished, and make it appear somewhere else. And I could literally do that right in front of you, sitting right in front of you, and you won't know what I'm doing. Okay, you won't know it. I could do it with cards, I could do it with coins, I could do it with small objects, and you'll be entertained by it, and you'll want to know how I did it. Okay. That pursuit of wanting to know how to do it doesn't mean you want to learn how to be a magician. You're just met with, I feel inadequate, I need to know. When I looked at support resistance, I didn't want to learn how to use it right. I wanted to know how I'm going to fail using it. Because if there's that many opportunities to take that many lines, which ones are going to fail? Because if I can figure out that, then what by default, what am I doing? I know which ones are going to work, right? So when I look at things, I look at, okay, how is it going to harm me? What am I going to do wrong? With that in my hands, what am I going to do wrong? I'm not enamored by something new that comes out. Somebody else may come out in the next year or 2, 5 years, whatever. Some new thing might come out in improvement, some new indicator, some new something or other. Okay, and I'm not going to abandon this what I have. Okay, because there's nothing going to improve upon perfection.